What's up YouTube, and welcome to yet another Arrow video. Now, I really did enjoy this episode, mainly possibly because it's got Cody Rhodes in it and I'm a huge WWE / Cody Rhodes fan, but I really did think that this was a fantastic action-packed episode with a lot of cool, neat little Easter eggs. Now, funnily, for a season which is going to feature Oliver Queen as Mayor, we haven't really seen him much as Mayor, and it looks like Taya is doing a lot of his busybody work. Someone could say she's been a maid to, yeah, never mind. But we saw a bit more of this as he appoints his deputy mayor, and also we got to see him own up to what is going on in his office. And, well, I thought we would get some interesting things of him having to kind of balance his mayorship and his vigilante life, and also being a, mega rich dude. But it looks like this will be just a side piece for the main action. Interestingly, we got to see a nice little Green Lantern Easter egg here with the sister-in-law of Hal Jordan being featured here. We've got Susan Williams, who is going to be a thorn in the side of the mayor's office, which, you know what, that's pretty fun to see. And is another clear hint at having Green Lantern on the show. So all these actual kind of Easter eggs that hint towards it, it make a lot of sense because obviously Green Arrow and Green Lantern have had an awesome pairing in the comics. Sadly, the return of Deadshot wasn't really the return that we were actually expecting, and Jeff Johns did give the nod to this being featured, but I guess this is the closest thing we're ever going to get to the Arrow Suicide Squad ever again. And to be honest, Suicide Squad, the Arrow version, would have been a fantastic another spin-off show, making that a full 5-week weekday CW schedule, which, you know what, that's a sad thing, but I did actually enjoy the Suicide Squad movie, albeit Enchantress was a bit shit. Now, while this was actually a kind of monster of the week episode, we did actually got a lot of things and hints, especially Easter eggs and plants of seeds for things moving forward in this season. And obviously Haven Rock was a big thing. We know that Felicity is going to have to deal with this, and we know that Ragman now knows that she was the one who directed the missile there. So part of me thinks that Ragman is going to turn in some way against Team Arrow. And to be honest, I think that his whole power, they just look ridiculous, to be honest. And he just looks like he's ready to turn into a villain, which is what I think is going to happen. Now, the other favourite part of this episode for me personally is seeing the transition from Curtis into Mr. Terrific. And this is what I think is going to happen. Now, obviously, in the Legends, we've got the Justice Society. We heard Terry Sloan mentioned, who is one of the originals of the Justice Society. So, now I predict that he will possibly join the Legends at some point and meet his hero, which would be absolutely awesome to see. But it probably won't be till later on in the season, or possibly will actually be on the 4-night crossover. So that's probably what I think is going to happen with Mr. Terrific, as he maybe leaves Team Arrow or becomes a regular and has 2 jobs perhaps. Now, I really did like this villain here with the one that Cody Rhodes played. I thought he was actually a really good villain. And I'm hoping that it's not just a villain of the week. We know that he's been kind of exploded at the end. And I hope this isn't the last we've seen of him, because he has the perfect level of street level villain and also the kind of mysticism and comic book nature with the fact that he came back from the dead, which is a very similar Joker kind of thing where he fell into the vat of chemicals. So I really hope we don't see the end of it. But that has been it for my video. I'm going to be uploading a Logan trailer breakdown soon, so you can check that out in the channel. But that is it. Please do like, please do subscribe, please do comment, and I'll see you soon for another awesome episode of Arrow.